one DFA I have considered in the last lecture, which was having three states, right? A and B, and the states were three, Q0, Q1, Q2 for example, right? And there was a self loop with A, and we have seen that the language was accepted by this particular DFA is, that is, it is a regular language which is having this kind of strings in it. It is also an infinite language. I hope everybody recall this example. Okay, and then we have discussed about that as per this definition. So let L be a regular language. So this is a regular language. Why it is a regular language? Because we can draw finite automata for this regular language. Okay, next, represented by automata with n states. So how many states are there? 1, 2, 3. N is equal to 3, right? Then there exists a constant n, this, such that if Z is any word in L, so any word in L, such that the length of Z is at least n. So what we are saying, we want to find out one out of this number of words. Okay, we want to find out a word which we will nominate as a Z, which is having length at least n, that means 3, 4, 5 dash dash dash. I hope this is clear to everyone. It is a requirement if Z is any word in L. So from this we can say this and so on can be our Z, right? That is, Z is greater than equal to n. Okay, so now Z is greater than equal to n, that means it should have length either 3, 4, like this, correct? And we can write Z is equal to UVW. So if Z is equal to 3, then there must be a string. So out of this is a 3 line, so I can write this as what? As the length of this is 3, satisfying the condition, right? And we can represent Z is equal to UVW. So our A and P, like this we have already discussed. Now still our statement is not over, in such a way that length of UV is less than equal to n. This is a requirement, this is a condition which need to be satisfied. What is a condition? The condition is, very first condition is, here UV length should be less than n. So from this my UV will be UV which is less than equal to n. My n is 3, the length is 2, it is less than, right, the n. Everybody agree? When it will be 3, then what is required? The length of this string, that means UV should be having, now whatever I have defined here UV as this. Now if I write same thing, Z is equal to AAB, and if I want to make it as length of UV as equal to n, so if it is equal to n, that means my U, either U or V will be having 2 symbols. If it is equal to 3, that means either U is having 2 symbols and 1, or the other combination is having, either U is having 1 symbol and V is having 2. Everybody agreed? Okay. Now after this we cannot consider. Okay, so my UV length at most could be what? 3. Next, our V should be, so this is first condition. Second is our V should be greater than equal to 1. So if we consider this case, in that case my V is, so since this is a V, so my V length is greater than equal to 1, satisfying. And if I consider this case, right, in that case what is happening? If my U is of 2 length, my V will become A. That means B, this will become my U and this will become V. Right? But if this is V, then we don't have any W with this. Okay? Now, if we keep this, this condition also satisfies. What it is? Greater than equal to 1 is satisfying. What about this condition? If my V is equal to 2, in that case, so here my V will be B, okay, which is greater than equal to 1, that is equal to 1. If my V is AA, right, then my again condition is greater than equal to 1 is satisfying, because now the length is 2, right. So second condition is getting satisfied, but as we have written this, in this case I will be representing here, for these cases it is only represented by UV, and W is having no string, no symbol. Okay, Z is represented by UVW, where U will be either 2AB or 1A, and this combination can be there. Okay, so any combination with UV. So now suppose we are considering this case. Now next is for all I greater than equal to 0. For all I greater than equal to 0, it should also satisfy UIW. This we want to prove. Now with the simple case UVIW. Okay. Now with the simple case, what you have understood? If my Z is AAB and if I represent it as UVW, then my UV length is less than equal to N, which is 2, and my length of V is also greater than equals to 1, which is 1 here, right? So this is my V. So we can claim that U V raised to IW will also be in L. Now in other terms, simple terms, if I am having this language, don't think about this particular DFA. Okay, this is my language. In this language, if I want to draw a DFA accepting this language, so for first string, if I want, then I will be having a DFA like this. Everybody agree with this? Having states, right? This AB, for acceptance of this will be my DFA. So from this observation, what we can say, if our DFA is having n number of states, it can accept string of length n minus 1. Agreed? I think there is no problem in this. Now if I am saying, this is one point. Second point, what I am saying is, if my DFA is accepting the language, sorry, string, I can say string with length n, okay, then how many states will be required? N plus 1 states will be required. In simple way, for example, if I want AAB to be accepted by a DFA, then my DFA will be like this. I have already explained this in last lecture as well. AAB. So how many states are required? String length is equal to 3. Number of states required is equal to 4. That is, if my string length is n, I require n plus 1 states. But as I have drawn what the DFA or a language in which there cannot be a separate DFA for every string. Everybody agree? Now see here. If I am saying this is a regular language, so there will be a single DFA designed for this language. I cannot design as many number of DFA, right? So in other words, if I am saying that I am having a DFA which is accepting this language, and in this language there is a string which is sufficiently large and there exists a constant n which is equal to the number of states in this DFA. So in this DFA 3 states, so that will be my constant, and if there is a constant then my z length should also be 3. Minimum length of z should also be 3 or greater than 3. Now the question comes, if for the same DFA my string is this. See, I am taking now example AAB. If my z is having length like this, okay, so as per this discussion, what was the constant for this case? What was the constant for this? As many states are there, okay. So here the constant was n, so there were 3 states, and if I am representing my z is like this, and I am saying that my u is this, my v is this, and my w is this, okay. So how the DFA will look like? It will be, so minimum string as per u, v, I raised to w, where I is greater than equal to 0. So if I write I is equal to 0, it will be that u, w should also be in a string, in a language. So u, w will be what in this case? AB there in the language. But what about next case? Next case will be L is equal to, AB will be there definitely, but if I put here 1, it will be AAAB. Everybody agree? 1 occurrence of V. Second string which is satisfying this condition will be A, AA, AA and B, right? So now if this is my language and if I am trying to verify it with this language, you can easily find there is a difference. What is the difference? This language is what? Starting and ending with, starting with A and ending with B, with any number of A's, in between. Is this the language description of this language? And according to this we have designed this DFA. Everybody agree? Now if we observe this as a regular language, whether the same language is satisfying the definition just now we have written. See, I want your quick responses for all this. Are you getting my point? What is my point? My point is, just now we have written a language information for a given language. What is this language? Starting with A and ending with B, with any number of A's in between. For that we have decided as what? The Z is AAB and its n constant is equal to 3. Now if we will observe this particular language, this is a regular language because this is the first statement in your pumping lemma. What it is? Let L be a regular language. So very first it is required we should define what regular language you want to prove the pumping lemma. Okay, use the pumping lemma. So now my language definition for this is what? AB, AAAB, AAAAB. Okay, so whether the language defined by this, so it is what? Starting with A and ending with B, having even number of A's in between. So here totally definition of language changed. Agreed? If the language has changed, its DFA will also change. Agreed? So what will be the DFA for this? So its DFA will be, see what will be its DFA. So my DFA will be A, then any number of nahi hai, it is even number of A's in between. Now minimum length string acceptance is same. 3 states are required, but now if I want to represent this language, I need to have a extra state here. Agreed? Where it will be having like this self loop with AA. So now will this DFA will accept this particular language? See, Q0, Q1, suppose Q2 and Q3. So when no such loop is existing like this, is it a loop? Right? If this loop is not existing, then minimum length string AB, which is same as in the earlier definition of language. But what about others? So here AAB is not acceptable to this DFA. Am I right? So only AAB will be the next string which is acceptable, which is following a loop. So here I can say this is my Qj is equal to Qk. This state is repeated. Once I reach here, then I move like this and again I am coming to Qk. Okay. So likewise, if I follow this loop number of times, then and then only I will be able to generate next strings in a given language. So for this language, my Z will be, what will be my Z? Since the definition is different. Okay. So what is the definition? Z is a sufficiently long string in such a way that it is having length greater than equal to n. So what will be the n for this particular language? How many states are there? So it is not now having 3 states, but it is having 4 states. 1, 2, 3, 4. So its n is now 4. Right? Now if we will apply pumping lemma, so now for this case the n is equal to 4, right? And if I represent Z is equal to AAB, right, then I will be representing Z as UVW. Agreed? And length of UV should be less than equal to n. So now my n is 4, right? My length of UV will become AAA, which is less than equal to n, that is 3, right? Which is 3, which is less than equal to 4. Okay, and my V is greater than equals to 1. In this case, what will be the case? here my v is AA, which is greater than equal to 1, then what we are claiming? We are claiming that if these two conditions satisfied for this z, then there exist what? Strings in the language which is of this kind. So my z will be, so my u is a, my v is AA raised to the power I, my w is b, right? Now here a, if it is having one occurrence, see what is I is greater than equals to 0, is it? Am I right? See the definition. For all I greater than equal to 0, u v raised to I w is in L. So now I am verifying this. If it is I equal to greater than equal to, when it is 0, then my string AB will be in a language. Is it in a language? Yes, it is in language. Next, Z is equal to A raised to 1, B is A, Z is equal A. So this is not Z. This is my any word in a language. So B, it will be A and B. So now my constant for this language was 4, and 4 is nothing but number of states required to represent the Z. Okay, so my selected Z was this, which is having length equal to number of states. So I hope this is clear. So if again you will take some other string, that many number of states will change, and hence your Z will also be changed, and whenever Z will be changing, your UVW will also update, and then you can easily prove that remaining strings are also in a language. So let me ask Abhijit, is it clear now? And others as well? Yes. So in conclusion, short thinking is what? The Z should have length which is equal to the number of states required. Okay.